Cage Side Press says that Petr Yan's going to be taking on Marcus McGee in a UFC bantamweight fight at UFC Abu Dhabi Fight Night card on July 26th. That's going to be at the Etihad Arena on Yas Island. Some people are surprised by the matchmaking. Usually, a guy ranked number 2 like Petr Yan won't be taking on a guy like who's ranked number 13 like Marcus McGee. It's a rare matchup. Credit to Yan for taking the fight. It's kind of reminiscent of how Dustin Poirier fought Benoit Saint-Denis. Poirier was ranked really high like Petr Yan, and Saint-Denis was ranked really low like Marcus McGee, but they took that fight. They made that fight. I guess the UFC sees something in McGee to give him this opportunity. He is a good striker, but Petr Yan is obviously very good. Former champion, ranked number 2, and has a lot of experience fighting really high level of competition. So if McGee can pull it off, he definitely will earn that top 5 ranking. If they do add that fight to the Abu Dhabi card, that's a really good card. The main event's a great one. A middleweight contest between Robert Whittaker and Rainier de Ridder. Co-main event is expected to be Evloev versus Pico. That's a great fight at 145. Evloev should be fighting for the belt, but they don't give him that title shot. They're giving Aaron Pico. They want Pico to win this fight and possibly get a title shot in the future. But yeah, this is going to be a good fight. It's 5 rounds. Jon Jones is still coy as to whether or not he's ever going to fight again. He seems content with never fighting again, but Dana White will pursue him to the highest ability that he can. The same way he did with Khabib Nurmagomedov. That's kind of what Henry Cejudo wanted Dana White to do when he retired, but Dana didn't give a shit.
Could we expect one more rodeo?
I don't know what life holds as far as fighting and competing. I do feel like I'll be a lifelong martial artist, whether I'm coaching others or taking exhibition matches or things like that. There's a lot of great competition still in the UFC. I do view myself as more than a fighter, and being in my position, I feel like I have a lot more options than a lot of the other fighters as far as the ability to leave and return and things like that. And so right now, I'm just focusing on love, happiness, kindness. We're in the quarter century mark. This year should be a really special year.
Jones also says that the most overrated fighter in the UFC would be Colby Covington. I don't think people rate him that high anymore, though. He's been on a downward trajectory. Jones also calls him a total douchebag, but then there are also people who would counter that by saying that Jones is a total douchebag as well. So,
who's the most overrated UFC fighter?
Overrated UFC fighter. That's funny. I can say his name, but it's really just because I don't like him. And saying his name gives him clout, which I also don't want to do. His initials are CC, and he's a total douchebag. And if you watch the sport, I think people will know who I'm talking about.
Intelligence and patience, I'll do it all again, cause I never feel complacent. Let's keep the good vibes, positivity's contagious. I'm never looking back, cause I made a life that's passionate.
Sean O'Malley's head coach Tim Welch suggested intense lighting at the Sphere in Las Vegas during their first bout of UFC 306 may have impaired O'Malley's performance, claiming his punches barely missed by inches due to the bright environment. Merab dismisses those remarks, emphasizing both fighters competed under identical conditions.
No, you're right. We was both in the same situation, and before the fight, everybody was, how you gonna fight in Sphere? It's gonna be too much bright, too much light, different. And I said, we both will be in the same situation, and I was not worried about that. And actually, when I got in the arena, that was the best arena I ever fought because it was good light.
Yeah.
Yeah, crowd was far away, and it was just me and Sean, and I can hear my corner or his corner very well. That's why I hear when his coach was cheating and telling me to try to distract me. That's why I hear him well. And I was so relaxed, and it was the best arena I ever fought. Because the how light was, and the fans was only one side. The other side, the only family people, and then the teammate was like for us, and it was the best.
Uros Medic is out of his fight next week with Chaos Williams at UFC 316. Medic says, I wanted to share that my team and I had to make the tough decision to withdraw from my upcoming fight due to some health issues I've been dealing with behind the scenes. I've been battling a stubborn sinus infection, which affected my training, breathing, and recovery, and eventually had me treated with antibiotics. It wasn't an easy call to make, but out of respect for my sport team and you guys, I know this is the right move, and I'll be back as soon as I'm fully healthy. Chaos Williams needs a new opponent. Former UFC fighter Kyle Daukaus is down to do it since no longer being part of the UFC. He's won 4 in a row in Cage Fighting Fury Championship. He was supposed to fight next week against Chris Brown on the Friday, so he's ready to go. Saturday is UFC 316.
Not planning on allowing this fight to go the full 25 minutes. I plan on finishing Aaron, whether that's in the first, second, third, fourth, fifth. It doesn't matter to me. All I know is I'm going out for the finish. I never want to go a full fight. You know, I never want to go full 15 minutes. I never want to go full 25 minutes. So I'm going to do everything in my power to finish. I feel like Aaron has a lot of holes. Obviously, I'm not going to go out and tell everyone the holes that Aaron has. I mean, it's pretty obvious the holes that she has. But also, it's a known fact that I'm a dangerous fighter because I'm a finisher. I'm not just like going to go out for a decision. I'm not just going to go out and fight to not lose. I'm going out there to finish these girls. And I'm going out there to hurt these girls. So I plan on hurting Erin. And I think that she knows that. I'm in bed thinking about this. And like every time I visualize a fight, I don't visualize just one way. I always visualize like every way. Like my mind just visualizes everything. The only thing I know is that my hand is getting raised. And at the outcome of every single visualization that I've had, my hand gets raised and she's covered in blood. You stop touching my truck.
Well, you know what?
What?
I don't think you really thought that.
Just please get off my car. Get off my car.
Move me.
No.
Touch me.
My car,
Don't touch
please.
me because I could bust you in your
You
face.
bust me in my face.
I beat both you motherfucking asses, but I won't
do it.
really
Try.
Try. Phone.
Try.
Gilbert Burns says he was surprised at how powerful Michael Morales hit and his length as well. Both posed problems for him in that fight, which led to Morales winning by first round KO.
I got ready the best I could, but the guy was awkward, long, and I'm gonna tell you one thing: that guy hits hard. Yeah, that guy hits very hard. First, he gave me a club hook that was on the top of my head. I felt like a rock. Throw a rock on my head. I'm like, man, that guy hits hard. Okay, I gotta watch out. And then he rocked me with the good right hook. He jabbed me right hook, and the right hook was clean.
Yeah. The other thing, I never realized how small that Apex octagon is. Like, people talk about it. But tell me about that, because I kind of thought, like, hey, you know, smaller octagon kind of favors a grappler.
Yeah, I thought the same.
But it almost feels like you didn't have a space to kind of operate them, you know?
A little bit. Bro, I thought that octagon would be amazing for me. You know, I said, man, whenever I put my hands on this guy, but the guy was way longer than I thought. And we studied him a lot, breaking down this guy a lot.